Hi, my name is Angela Turner. I am a mom to three. I have a 17-year-old boy named Bren. I have a 15-year-old daughter named Scarlet and a 12-year-old daughter named Sky.
Hey.
It goes. Whoa! Oh! Oh my goodness! Oh, that was very.
Scarlet was diagnosed with Rett syndrome, which is a genetic disease or syndrome. It looks very much like severe autism. So she's nonverbal, has a lot of trouble with gross and fine motor skills, social cues. She lacks social cues. But she's very sociable, so she loves to be with people. She just doesn't know how to interact with them appropriately. Actually, we thought she had autism, and we tried all the therapies for autism, intense behavioral therapy, and we've had people in our home doing hours of therapy, and none of it seemed to stick. And we did lots of tests, and we changed diet, and we saw a lot of change in her behavior with diet, but not the kind of change we had been hoping for. And then she started having seizures. And when she started having seizures, we thought maybe something else was at play in addition to her autism. So when we got some genetic testing done, it came back that she was positive for Rett syndrome, and it had been Rett syndrome all along.
When the road is rough ahead and you're miles and miles from a nice warm bed, you just remember what your good pal said. You got a friend.
Really, I felt relieved. I know that sounds really odd, but as a mother of an autistic child, you're always told get it early, do as many things as you can to make sure that this doesn't progress. And so I had tried so hard to make sure that she was, getting the interaction she needed and the constant stimulation she needed. And when I realized that it wasn't my fault, it kind of felt like it wasn't my fault.
Yeah.
When I learned it was a different diagnosis, I realized that it was just something she couldn't overcome. It wasn't because I hadn't tried hard enough or done everything right. I'm sure I didn't do everything right, but
What mother does.
yeah, right. But it just felt like a relief to me to finally have a different name for what we were fighting against. I think for her sake, I would wish she were verbal. I can't imagine how difficult it is to be nonverbal in this world. So, of course, I would like to hear her words. It would be lovely for me for her to be verbal, but I think I know how frustrated she gets sometimes, and I just think how awful it must be to trap inside a body where you can't speak. So I would change that for her.
What is your favorite thing about Scarlet?
Scarlet is super affectionate. She gives me kisses all the time, and she always wants hugs, and she always wants to smile and have fun. And she's pretty easygoing. If she's not in pain, she's just kind of along for the ride. So I like those things about Scarlet. In bigger cities like Toronto, Barrie here is not horrible. It's different. You kind of blend in. People don't care. But if we go in the summers, we go to Prince Edward Island, and there it's very awkward all the time. Everywhere we take her, just because it's smaller. Everywhere you go, people are staring, unabashedly staring, and gawking at her. So that there's the care piece, which you sort of get in a routine with. But I think the thing that you never get over is people's adverse reactions to someone you love so much. So yeah.
Is there anything that you want to say to the people that gawk or stare?
You aren't the only one. You're probably the 105th person that day who has looked at your child that way or you that way. And a smile instead of a gawk or a hello, what's your name? To realize that this is a person and she has things she loves and things she hates and ideas and thoughts and people she really likes, and for you to come up and say, hi, what's your name, instead of standing looking at her like, wow, what's wrong with her? Knowing the person instead of the diagnosis, I think I would wish for everybody.